as per usual. My hair is still drying. Hey everyone, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you an updated foundation routine. I think it'll be really good for the summertime because it takes into account sun exposure and glowiness and dewiness, and I really am into that right now. I think I'm going to show you my contour and highlight routine as well, just so that this video has kind of something else going on, because if I just showed you my foundation routine, it would be kind of boring because I don't do much, but I have really been enjoying this routine. I went on a trip recently to LA and I got nothing but compliments on this face that I had, and I think it's because of these really great products. So I wanted to share that with you today. So if you're interested in a foundation routine for the summertime, really glowy, golden, bronzy look, then please keep on watching. So as you can tell, I did get a haircut. I just wanted to chop it off, to be honest. I was tired of my hair. When my hair gets long, my curls don't really do much of anything. So chopping it off just felt right at the time. I don't know if I want to straighten my hair or curl my hair today. I'm going to the ballet with some friends of mine. So how have you been? I've been doing well, thanks for asking. I really like this foundation routine because it's quick, it's easy. If I really needed to, I can just do it super fast. I have transitioned my skincare, so I'm using a gel moisturizer versus the cream moisturizer now that it's getting a little bit warmer in our area. I just love how it feels. I'm ready to do foundation now because it is just super soft and smooth. So this is the Nature Republic Aloe moisturizer that I use. I've used it for about a year now, and I really like it during the summer time because it's moisturizing, but it doesn't leave too thick of a surface on my skin. It's lightweight and it dries really nicely and absorbs into the skin. Now I'm going to use my Mario Badescu. This is my aloe spray. On my trip, ooh, I got it in my mouth. But it ain't that bad. So for my trip, I did transfer some of it into this spray. This is just the Harmon Face Values from Bed Bath & Beyond. It has a really good nozzle on this in case you wanted to look for something to transfer it into that has the same sort of misting spray nozzle. And then this is kind of expensive. I was given this at Gen Beauty, but I've really been enjoying this, and I really like it because it has SPF 30. This is the Dermalogica Skin Perfect Primer, and because it has the SPF 30 in it, I really feel protected when I wear it under my foundation. Oh, I forgot. I also wear a different sunscreen. Pause. I have been using my sunblock. This is the Misha Skin Block SPF. I think it's 45. So I put this on top of my skincare. I think it could be a good primer for some people, but I'm still going to prime before this. And so what I like to do is concentrate that on the nose, forehead, just everywhere that I would get sun exposure. And I really like this because I really like this because it is preventing any of my sunspots from darkening or any acne marks from darkening, because that is pretty common for me. I'll have a dark mark after a zit and then it will darken if I don't protect it, and then I'm stuck with that mark for a few months and I'm spending more of my time covering it up. Now following up with my primer, I smooth this primarily under my eyes because I want the fine lines to just sort of smooth out so that when I put my concealer on, it's going to be a smoother base. Now you may think this is a ton of sunscreen, but I actually took some flash photos during my trip and I didn't get any flashbacks. So I will insert those photos right here, and they were professional grade because I was like at the WB, Disneyland, and I didn't have to worry about that. So these are perfect if you want to go to prom or if you wanted to do any flash photography. This foundation routine would work for that, especially if you're doing a day event and then moving into night. You won't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is a product that I got from Influencer. Now, Influencer is really cool because you technically don't have to be a beauty blogger to participate. If you're someone who has an Instagram and a Twitter or just other social media platforms where you can openly post things, then you can apply for Influencer. And then what you do is, if you're actively making reviews about different products that you've used, if you go on Sephora.com and you write about a product that you liked, or on Walgreens.com, they'll give you different tasks to do when you receive a product. They give you really cool things too that range from food to hair products to skincare products, makeup products, and then you get to do all these like little challenges, and then at the end you are given a badge and an opportunity to win a bigger prize depending on what the product is. So I've done it for maybe a year now, and I've gotten some really gruel. I was gonna say great and cool. Now I understand, Lindsay Lohan, what you meant. So I got some really great things from Influencer. This is the Dew Drops from Marc Jacobs Beauty, and this has been really nice. I actually didn't expect that I was going to like this. It's in the shade Do You. I think they only have one shade, but it's like a golden shade that I'm like so in love with right now. And I put a little dot of that on the high points of my face, and I have just been loving it for under my foundation. Now, if you're someone who is a little bit more dry, then you could totally put this in your foundation and then blend it in together. And it just gives this like super nice golden glow on the cheekbones that I'm just like so in love with. All right, so there it is right now. It's gonna sink right into the skin, and it has like this nice gel texture, so it's not too tacky, and then it smells like coconut in summertime. I love it. Then I'm gonna move on to my foundation. Now, I didn't know that I love the foundation as much as I did until I brought it on this trip. This is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. It's in the shade Desert Beige. Gotten dark enough that now I can just use one shade. I was mixing between two, but then I noticed I wasn't mixing them very well because I would like go into daylight and I was like, damn, this is really light for me. So I underestimated how dark I was just recently, and so I really like this foundation, and I think this contributes to having really good photos. It has a spatula, which is kind of strange. I just apply it to the back of my finger. Because of the technology in this foundation, it contributed to how good my photos looked, because I looked really good in person and in the photos. So I think the claims are true. It says that they've been tested under like 7 different light conditions, and it's really good on smartphones and other things like that. So I think this would be a good foundation for prom, especially if you're someone who doesn't wear foundation. It won't break the bank because it's only $5.99. And I'm just using my Pinky Rose sponge to blend that in. I don't use a ton of foundation, especially if it's hotter temperatures, because I don't like sweating things off. So it's pretty light coverage, and I just use it down the center of my face. If you're someone who needs more, feel free to put on what you're more comfortable with. And as you can see, it doesn't dull down that highlighter that we put in before. But what it's going to do is just even out our skin tone. Just make things look a little bit more uniform, especially if you're dealing with redness or just some dark spots. So I kind of stopped wearing my Tarte Shape Tape concealer because I was worried it was breaking me out, but I really do like this for a more full coverage under eye, because if I'm going to wear a lightweight foundation, then I like to just increase a little bit of the coverage under here, because I do have more like space more than darkness. And so if you've seen my no foundation routine, I really like this on its own with a little bit of powder. So that's also another option that you could do, but I pretty much just dot that down the center of my face too for highlighting purposes. And this does not have flashback either, so just patting that in. Now, if you're someone who has acne and more texture, contrary to what you may think, you don't want to pile on a ton of stuff. It's actually better to pinpoint conceal more than anything, because if you're putting extra coverage, the area is still raised. So think about putting product on top of a hill. Like, it's just gonna get bigger and look more apparent. So if you can, I would take a little bit of this concealer that's more full coverage, put it on the back of your hand, and take a smaller brush and just kind of, if you can take the time to like pinpoint certain parts rather than covering everything, because then it'll look and feel more lightweight. That way you don't feel like you have a mask on. If you're interested in that, I will find a friend or someone that I know who has more texture so I can demonstrate that to you. But a really good video that I found is Lisa Eldridge's video on how to cover acne. I will link that down below. She's amazing at pinpoint concealing and just being a human in general. So I will list that down below so that you can see how she does it. And I think that would be a really great resource for you if you're looking for how to do your own makeup for prom. Or just in general, if you like the makeup look but don't really know how to go about it with your acne. I've been lucky enough that my skin has been, you know, really agreeable lately. So I don't personally deal with that, but I'd love to help you so that you can do that. I know not everyone has perfect skin, so that's a way to really utilize the people who do show you those things online. Because if I can't do it, I want to show you someone who can. All right, voila. Now we're gonna set everything, and I usually set my stuff with my Maybelline Shine Free loose powder. Almost done. So I'm gonna set pretty heavily under my eye. I want that to stay in place. Now if I were doing a super heavy eye makeup, then I would leave the powder under my eye so that it would catch any fallout. But for today, I'm keeping it pretty simple. I need to get out of the house pretty soon, so. This brush is so soft. I've had this brush forever. This is BH Cosmetics powder brush. And it's just so good for everything. Oh, I still need to film my favorite brushes video. I'll get to it, promise. All right. For contouring, it's very dependent on your face shape. And so for me, if I am in a rush and I just need to like bring dimension to my face, then I will do some contouring and then I'll leave it at that. I won't do blush or highlight or anything. It'll just, you know, kind of bring planes to my face. Because look, if I move to the side, my face is really flat. I don't have a nose that protrudes, so I gotta put something in there. Something going on here. And I have really large cheeks by nature. No matter if I'm skinny or a little chubby, my face will always be bigger. And so I gotta take care of that. Right now, I am using my Black Radiance. This is the True Complexion Contour Palette in the shade medium to, I think it's light to medium. And so they have these two shades right here. They look pretty similar. Honestly, I just use the Sculpt one mostly, and it's a really warm bronzer. And I like that for the summertime because it just makes me look bronzy. That's why it's a bronzer. So I take the angle brush and I just bring it here right in the center. See where that shadow naturally is? And I'm just bringing it back and forth, not going past. See how it's not going past this area right here? And the brush, as you can see, is matching the angle of my face. I'm just bringing it back and forth. I'm using my viewfinder as a mirror. And then whatever's left, now I changed the direction. Now I'm bringing it and blending upward like this. So I'm not going down below this line. I'm bringing it and just blending the edges upwards. Now, if you could feel my brush, I'm blending, holding the end of the brush so that my grip is lightweight. Whoa. That's how lightweight it is. I'm holding my brush so that my pressure is light and so that I can have like a feathery touch. Like if you were going to do this on a baby, not that you would put makeup on a baby, but you're being gentle enough that the baby is just tickled by the brush, that's how I'm touching my face right now. I'm not digging the brush into my face. Then whatever's left, I don't put much, but whatever's left, I bring down here to the jawline because got a little dub chin right there. I put it just like that and then blending it downward. I personally don't like makeup on my clothes, so I don't bring it super down, but that is something that you can do. And then again, I can take a little bit more and then do my hairline. Now I blend into my hair because I don't want it to look like darkness and then my dry scalp is white. So I blend back there so we can make things look like they're not dry as day. And then to the other side, angle down, back and forth, angle up and over. Hey. And then you build up as much as you want. So if you want a really dark contour, keep going. If you don't, you can just keep it light and fluffy. So this is like fast contouring. Contouring for the non-blogger. Because you just want to look like you have some breakup in the cheek, and then it looks like, oh, homegirl got cheekbones. Yes. I mentioned on my Instagram that I really like this palette, but I've been loving this even more lately because it provides such a beautiful wet look on the cheeks. This is the Illuminate palette from the Sephora collection. It's $28, which is pretty nice for 6 pans. Now, depending on your skin tone, you can mix and match. You can use one more for a bronzer if you're a little bit more light, or that can be a really gorgeous highlight shade or a blush topper. Some of these pink tones are really nice put together, but I have been enjoying mixing them up and just feeling like an artiste. So I will take, honestly, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to take these 3 shades, and this is a Morphe M501. And what I really like about it is it's on top of that Marc Jacobs illuminizer. Just makes my skin look wet. Wet and dewy. I'm just putting that on the tops of my cheekbones. And then, as you can see, I'm like placing it on top and then blending like this up into the brow bone and all that good jazz. Bridge of the nose. Now, I probably could contour my nose, but I'm not very good at that. Right here on top of the lip. Chin. Now, the reason why I'm doing all of these other places is because I'm trying to bring balance. Like, if I had just done the cheekbones, it's nice, but bringing it to the other points of your face kind of brings an all-over glow. See? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Yes, so this is the makeup look right here. If you want to wear makeup to the beach or pool, I think this is a really good choice, because like if you're going to Vegas or something, this will work really well. You'll be glowy and dewy and photo ready. I also think that this is good for prom that's coming up, because if you're going from a day event to a night event, I think that you'll have the coverage from the sun, but you'll still look photo ready for the evening. And yeah, so if you wanted to, you know, contour like a blogger, this is kind of what you can do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. All the products will be listed down below, and if you're interested in more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click the little bell that's next to my name. Anytime that I post a video, you can definitely get the notification in your email. That way you know your girl's coming at you with some new stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Oh yeah, my top, it's kind of like a dress top. I got this from Unseen Addiction. It's in the Belmont area if you are looking for a really cute boutique that has cute clothes. I will also list that down below. Yes, we are done. I'll see you later. Bye.